Guys, what is up? It's Kansas Kid. How much is your silver stack worth? I'm going to touch base on a couple of things. Let me know your guys' opinion on this. What do you think? So, in my stack, I base my stack off of what the spot price is to what the weight I have. Broke down pretty simple. Guys, silver is sold by weight. That's what it's sold by. So, that's how it's measured on how much you have. Everything has weight. 10 ounces, 1 ounce, 5.27 ounce. Doesn't matter what it is. Guys, even coins, foreign coins, they have a weight. ASW on this, 0.1597. Has a weight. So, when you are trying to figure out how much your stack is worth, you take a spot price, which how the market fluctuates, with the weight. Now, I don't care about your shipping costs. I don't care about your premiums. I don't care about anything else. So and these terms can be used kind of interchangeably, but it's all about the value of what you have and the worth of what you have. If you hold it in your hand, right? So, check this out. If you have, say, 100 ounces of silver, 100 ounces of silver, and the last time I looked at spot price today was $34.19. So we'll just use that number. 100 ounce silver, $34.19. Your stack is worth $3,419. Now I don't care if you have premium silver, $34.19. I don't care if you gave $37 for this. I don't care if you gave $38 and it cost you $2 to ship it and you're adding, crazy numbers in. It doesn't matter. Does not matter, because at this point in time, silver is silver. And yes, silver is silver as it sits until you sell it. That's when it changes. The weight of what you have. So, say for example, if my stack that I have 1,000 ounces of silver, of vintage and cool stuff and all collector's pieces, all this stuff. It is worth, add another zero to it, so it's worth, was it $34,000? A little over that, on 1,000 ounces of silver. So, that is what all your silver is worth. That is on the market, that is it. Now, here's where it gets kind of crazy, because whenever you go to sell something, it's different because the markets are different. You have a vintage market, you have a collector's market, you have worldwide silver coin market. You have all these different markets that mean different things. So, I have always taken everything I have, and I always track my weight. I always track how much weight I have. If I add 20 more ounces here, if I had 5 here, if I had 5.27, if I've got silver coins that have weird ASWs, you add them all up, that's how many ounces you have. If you have a roll of walkers, if you have a roll of Benjis, whatever it is, silver dollars, it's all different, but it all equals ounces, right? There's your weight. That's what it's worth. Even slab pieces. You could have the slag Carson City Morgan, but until you sell it, it's only worth what it is, either a dollar face value or the silver weight. Because when you sell it, that's whenever the market comes into play for slab pieces, collector's pieces, whatever it may be. Then, after you have your stack, how many ounces you have in it, you can do the quick math on it. And that's what it is. That's what it's worth. 100 ounces, $3,400. Whenever you go to sell it, that market changes. Now, it's a different price put on it only when you sell it. And then, whatever. If you want to add the hidden costs that some of you guys like to put in it, shipping and gas and car tire tread and all that good stuff on there. I'm joking, guys. Don't freak out. But no, seriously, whatever it is put on there. But you go off of a market. It's off of a market. So there's a market for Swiss of America extruded bars, and you look at these bars and what it is compared to what the weight is, and what the premiums run, and that's what you go off of. I could put this on eBay or whatever it is, or I could put it out there and I could put $1,000 on it, put whatever you want on it, but it's not going to sell because it's all about the market. And whenever you go to sell, if you put an unrealistic value on something, that's not what it's worth. Doesn't matter, no matter what you put on there. That's not what it's worth. But as you hold it in your hand, as you hold this right here in my hand, it's only worth the weight of silver, because silver is silver until you sell it. Whenever you sell it, that's what changes the whole game. So, and I know some people, they value their stack as, I bought this from AppMex and I had it sent to me and I paid, $39 an ounce and it cost me $20 to ship it. So that's what it's worth. That's worth that right there. Well, that's not right. That's not, what it is actually worth. To put the value on something is different because, if it has if it's in the, collector's market or something, or, some people collect different series of things and some of them go for a lot of money. That's different because it's all about whenever it transfers to, the individual, or you buy it from a company or whatever it may be. It's all about the sell. It's all about when it's sold is the premium and things like that. That as you hold it and as you get it, and you value what you have, don't put more value than what you have, because you're fooling yourself for one, and sometimes you're gonna have expectations that are just not going to be met, and you're not going to like it. And if you do that when it's time to sell, I know that I can get more than $34.19 out of this. So really think about it. Really value what you have. Have that secondary thing. Have all your weight. I think it's good to keep track of weight anyway. If you're stacking and that's what you're doing, it's good to keep track of weight. It's good to know what you have. If you walked in somewhere, for example, ASEs, you get more of a premium back than you would a Britannia, right? Shops will pay more for them. That's just the nature of it. Don't put this crazy value on something that, my 100 ounces is worth $3,400, but I have $6,000 into it. Well, that's what it's worth. It's a secondary value. So, not saying you can't get that $6,000 out of it, but you have to sell it. If the market falls out for vintage silver, if the market falls out for Queen's Beast or whatever it is, if the market falls out, well, guess what, guys? That piece that you bought is no longer worth what you paid for it and what you think. And those prices, they fluctuate. They fluctuate. They go up and down. Some people buy these new releases that they think they're super hot and they're going to be worth a lot of money, and they pay a premium on them. They're paying $60 an ounce, and they're not worth $60 an ounce. So it's something to think about, guys. But regardless of what it is, even though I paid a lot more than spot price for this, and I paid more, on this as well. This right here, the ASW is 0.1597. I don't have the price on here, but I bet I give, $10 for it. I don't know. That's way, way over what it's worth of silver. So to value it as a silver value. And then if I go to sell one of these pieces, that's when it changes. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Let me know. I appreciate your time. Talk to you soon.